Yeah?
Alright, yeah, I'm going. That was my click.
Okay, and then you can just start the game whenever.
Alright, let's go.
So yeah, we're going to talk about this whole finebros problem debacle. Because, oh good lord, is it a bit of a mess.
A lot of people are angry. Actually, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to go on my phone right now. For a good reason. There is a live stream on YouTube at the moment. And you can actually watch
subscribers going down.
Yeah, you can actually watch how quickly the subscribers are going down. So
I'm going to put some images in the thing of maybe some angry comments, maybe if you like to dislike ratio bars.
As of this moment, they're on 13,891. No, 13,800,091.
Yeah.
And
so
a couple of others that keeps changing.
That's actually quite a lot down now. They've lost like something like 200,000.
Yeah. I mean, they've lost a lot.
That's so many people.
If you look at them, they made 2 videos on it. The first one had like 300,000 dislikes, and the second one where they try to explain it and kind of like backpedal a little bit. It's just kind of like, it's got another 200,000 dislikes.
So let's talk about what happened. So there's our big controversy that's been sweeping the dark, decrepit streets of YouTube.
Oh,
shit. That was a good goal. You're not going to see any of this gameplay, but they just scored a really good goal. Straight off the bat.
Look,
2 seconds in.
Bam, it's straight over you. I'm just
let's not talk about the thing.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Okay, right.
Fair shot.
So basically, what seemed to be trying to do was they were making a network, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That is basically for people around the world to kind of make sort of React stuff, like Teens React, that type of thing, like kind of, and they can use like their kind of format, they said. And I guess it makes sense because it means that people could do it in their own language. So if you're Italian and you want to watch React in Italian, then people in Italy can make it, and then they can be kind of linked to finebros. That's, I guess, the point of it. Problem is, though, I think a lot of people have misinterpreted what's happened. But I think there are a few legitimate reasons to be angry.
I think it's an interesting one. When I first watched the video, I wasn't 100% sure why people were angry. That's beautiful. I saw why it could be something that makes you angry. Because I think it really is that you mention copyrighting something, people get butthurt.
Well, it's actually trademarking, sorry.
Yeah,
trademarking rather than copyrighting.
And people don't like it. But I think what they do, I can see why they're doing it. I think they've done it in a very... They should have explained it better. They should have taken more time. They should have said, this is what we're doing. It won't impact this. It will do this. It's not going to change this, but it's potentially could be a good thing.
That's just straight in,
Thanks for just blocking me there, Joe. Great.
Yeah, that's alright, mate. So so the thing that they're doing kind of makes sense on its own.
Should we say what they're doing, so we're both on the same page, yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
So they've talked about this big network they're going to try and do called React World. The problem is there's a bit of a... So they said that... I'm trying to figure out a good place to start here. Where, a lot of people are angry because they think that what they're going to do is they're going to stop they're going to take down all reaction videos that aren't, like, theirs, basically. Which makes sense in that people are angry about that, because it's not like the React guys came up with the idea of a React video, and a lot of the stuff they do on their channel is basically stuff that's already been done before, and they've just gone, okay, we're going to put it on our channel. So that makes sense, but I would also say that that's not really the case.
It's just not what they're doing.
Yeah, so I think they've tried to copyright the term React, as well as Kids React, like all the things, but the term React, I think that's caused a lot of problems.
I think it was September 2015, they copyrighted Kids React, Team React, Outdoors React, YouTube React, all their series names, which makes sense, because they're, at the end of the day, they are trying to, they want to be copied, and they have been before. People have done basically the same thing, basically using the same clips, I think was one of the things that they use. Yeah. And they were obviously trying to monetize it for themselves, so they have those videos taken down, which is fair enough. Yeah. But people get scared because it's a general. To be fair, copywriting React, I know it's the name of the channel.
Right.
So that's why they want to do it, because it's kind of their brand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just a word. You can't copyright the term.
It is just a word. So. Yeah, they can't copyright the word, and I think that's what a lot of people are confused by, is that they think that if anybody puts the word React in their video, then it can be taken down by them.
It can be, it gives them that power. but
except they
they won't do
that's the
it.
thing, they can't
Well, no, they
take
can
it down because
they can say it infringes their copyright if they use the same in the same way and use the same way as they do it.
Right, okay.
Because if they copyright the term as the title, if anyone uses that word as the sole title of it, if it's part of the sentence, it won't work.
I'm going to give you a really good example. So you know how this is an example given to me by a brilliant article I read about this by Hank Green, who's a pretty famous guy on YouTube. I will put probably a link in the description if I remember. I might not. It's not hard to find.
He will never remember.
I'm sorry. He talked about so you know Burger King, they have a burger called a Whopper, right?
Yeah.
And they copyrighted that, okay? Or trademarked it, sorry. They trademarked the term Whopper. But there's also a chocolate bar called a Whopper. So it's not like there's also, I think, trademarked in itself. So it's like the point of trademark is to kind of avoid confusion in terms, so that if somebody were to get a burger that's called a Whopper, they'd know that it would be, you know, the Burger King burger. So the React thing is, you should, in theory, be able to have React in the title of your video. That should be fine, as long as it's not the name of your series.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So if you've got a series and it's called, I just missed, if it's called, like, something's React, like, it's called, like, I guess, Dogs React, if that makes sense.
That would be a great series.
And in theory, that couldn't be taken down because it's not like a series in its own. But that's even still, that's a bit funny, but it's a lot different from what people mean. So it would kind of have to be a series, kind of thing. But then I'm not entirely sure what happens if someone else makes a video called Teens React to something, but it's not them. Because it makes sense that they copyrighted Teens React so that they could, if somebody physically took their actual video and put it on Facebook, because that happens a lot. That's a big thing on YouTube, is people take videos, put them on Facebook. They don't get any money from it, the people on Facebook, but it means they're taking money away from the people on YouTube, in theory. Because you know, people have seen the video and it's not.
Yeah, but it's something they might not have ever seen on YouTube, but on Facebook it's publicised.
Yeah,
you can argue that they might look if they kind of say this is a video from this website. These people have a look at it.
No, people don't do that.
Well, no, people won't do that. But
that's a major issue on YouTube, like people putting stuff on Facebook, and like so maybe the Teens React thing was like that, so they can go, okay, there's a Teens React video, but I suppose that would be protected by copyright rather than trademarking.
Anyway,
the problem is that again referencing this Hank Green article, is nobody strictly speaking knows exactly what a trademark does and doesn't do. It's not very well defined, even in the real world, let alone on the internet where things are messy.
Protects intellectual property is the general,
really
broad term.
Yeah. But like,
I mean, that's what copyright patents, all they do just for different materials. It protects intellectual property, which can be anything from idea, a song.
Well, no, because that's not the same.
Something that's not physical.
Trademark. Oh god. A trademark isn't the same as a copyright though. There's major differences between how they're meant to work. Because a copyright, you don't have to like file a copyright, you just get it as soon as you made anything. But okay, so this is the thing from Hank Green. Copyright and trademark are completely different things. Copyright prevents anyone from copying this article and posting it somewhere else. Copyright happens instantaneously the moment I write something down that is unique and from my brain. Trademarks are far more restrictive. They prevent you from using words or phrases at all in certain circumstances. Trademarks are all about the consumer being able to recognise the source of the product, and as such, there are words and phrases that simply cannot be used in certain circumstances by anybody except for the trademark holder.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, so there's a bit of a problem there, in that I guess they're trying to trademark a word, and that might mean that you can't use it at all. But here's where it gets a bit weird anyway. Is that people have had videos apparently taken down by Fullscreen, who kind of are like parent company to finebros, I think.
Right.
Do you know about that?
I know they've had videos taken down before because of copyright infringement.
Yeah, but this is like recently stuff. This is like stuff in the last couple of days.
I don't know. Honestly, I read about it for about 10 minutes. This specific controversial topic.
So I am not like what was I saying? Oh god, I'm trying to play Rocket League now. I totally forgot what I was going to say. So okay, right. So quite a lot of these are quite small channels. So I do wonder how many of them are just like, oh no, my channel's had a video, take it down. Come see my channel and look. But you can't, you know, like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people could be faking it to try and get more views for their little tiny channel. But I think there are some people who have a genuine thing taken down. And finebros have said that anything like that they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to deal with it. So like, I mean, I don't know. There could be like a sort of a disconnect between full screen and finebros in terms of what they want to happen, but that shouldn't really happen. That kind of thing. In a business. I mean, I don't know. It is a bit of an odd situation, but we should probably now talk about the comments in these videos because, good lord, it is Shitfest 2016.
I think a lot of them are just poorly informed and mistaking, just assuming they see the word copyright and they think, oh god, it's the end of the world. Just everything is going to be taken down. Anything with the word react is just going to be taken down. Right,
but I've never seen such a negative reaction so quickly to such a big channel. I don't think I've ever seen a dislike to like ratio that bad. Like, I remember Justin Bieber's Baby had nowhere near the ratio that these videos do.
Like one of the worst ones ever.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. But I do remember that Baby by Justin Bieber was like more than half, but it wasn't. I don't think it was 75% back in the day. Could possibly check that, but I mean, good lord, people are freaking mad. I mean, there's some. Hang on, let me see. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, the whole unsubscriber thing, which I think is silly. Oh god.
I think the idea of what they're doing to set up a company that can kind of, like an umbrella corporation that gives people resources, it's quite a hard thing to do on YouTube. But I think it's a well-founded idea. They're not doing it because they want to be the owners of copyright, of patenting, whatever the fuck it is.
A trademark.
They're not doing it because they want to take down everyone else's reaction videos, because that's just ridiculous.
No.
They're doing it because they want to protect their own brand, because it's a way to kind of, the way they're marketing it is that it's a way to kind of interact with them and share their resources and all of that. And I think that could potentially help people. And admittedly they would take a cut from it, but then they've got to, it's their right to do that if they're sharing their resources with you. But again, you can do it without their stuff perfectly fine and not share your money with them. So it's not like you don't have, it's not like if you're going to make a reaction channel, you have to share your money with them. That's not what's going to happen.
Thing is,
it's just that you can choose that. Yeah, they did a kind of a video, kind of make it all put it together.
It's too late now. It's too late. People have decided that they hate the finebros. It's taken them a day.
I mean, a couple of days. I think their video was, the first video they put out was really bad. They didn't explain it very well. They were unclear.
Right.
And that made people angry. So even making a second video, by that point, it's just like, no, you're not gonna win everyone back from that. You might kind of explain it a bit better, but
it's ridiculous the change though. If you go back to like a video from like a few months ago where people haven't had a chance to like it and dislike it because of the new thing, you can see that they have like the tiny sliver of a dislike bar with like lots of videos do on YouTube. They were good, right? But now every video, like they just uploaded another video, another Teens React to Fuller House video, which has got like the same, even though it's got nothing to do with this whole thing, just because it's finebros React stuff. Like, I feel bad for the teens, man, and the kids, maybe the elders.
They've definitely made a very big mistake.
It's too late now.
Doing what they did, explaining it the way they did.
I don't know how much it's their fault, because who would expect this to happen? Even if people did this,
it's not something you
this is like the worst reaction I've ever seen.
I mean,
like even if it gone wrong, this is a mad reaction. It's a mad. I don't even know.
I think if they'd have released the video, properly informed people, it would have been a lot better. But because it felt like that video was just a complete kind of, we're going to show you the complete good sides and not tell you really what the power of this trademark will do for us. They just like, it enables us to help you, and then obviously people know that trademarks can be used to take down other videos, so people assume if they've addressed that and just said, we could do this but we're not going to, you don't have to do it, we're not limiting reaction videos, we're not trying to make sure that we have a monopoly on that. Because honestly they do, they're probably the biggest reaction channel that I know of. They are just kind of focused reaction channel. And they do other content as well, but pretty much that's their most successful series as far as I'm aware.
But okay, so I'm now going to give you a quote from one of these videos.
Right.
Part of why this is from Braffy Fine, although I don't know who exactly wrote it, but he's the one with the hat.
Yeah.
Part of why we believe this initiative is so important is due to witnessing many creators, ourselves included, having their shows and formats blatantly stolen by companies and people both online and on TV. We implore everyone not to support these companies and channels. ... It doesn't matter what happens after that. So they're saying that part of the reason they're doing this is because they've witnessed many creators, themselves included, having their formats stolen by either companies or people online or people on telly. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that changes anything?
I don't know, they're right.
So part of the reason they're doing
that's just a statement, it's just true. That's what happens. People's ideas are stolen and used by other people. They're right. I think that does happen, and that there isn't much as a YouTuber you can do to prevent that from happening. They've tried to stop it from happening by trademarking their titles, which I think is a clever idea. By trademarking the word react may be a step too far, though I can kind of see why they did it. You can definitely see why they're doing it, because they want some kind of security on their business. Because obviously, it's their livelihood, and they support a staff because they're a company. There's not just these two guys in a bedroom doing their work. They're supporting a full company. They need to keep their revenues high. They need to make sure that they are safe in their income. And people don't really appreciate that, I think. So people are just like, oh, it's wrong, they shouldn't be able to do that. It's their jobs. Other companies can do it, why can't they do it?
Yeah, so okay, so I think the problem here is that he says that people are stealing our formats. What exactly does he or they mean by that?
I guess it's the way they structure their videos, because all the React videos are structured very similarly. They have an introduction.
How closely... I think the problem here is vagueness again, is bad use of language, I think, in that format doesn't really mean anything. Format could literally mean React videos as a format, like just reaction videos as a format. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's the way you have multiple people, you kind of flick between parts of the video and what people say about it, then you have a section, you watch the video and you have a section of what they think of it. That's the general, that's what I take it to be their format. Sure. But again, if that might not be what they mean, they need to define what they mean by format. That's what I mean. If they were more accurate in the video, if they said what they meant, if you could trust that video, if it was actually decent information, then maybe this wouldn't have happened if they'd have been more thorough in their explaining. But they weren't. They were terrible. And that's part of the reason why it's had such a bad backlash, because people don't understand, and they should have made sure that people understand.
Well, I think it's gotten past the point of not understanding. I think that was what initially it was now, but I think, as always with the internet, it's bandwagoning and being angry at something for no good reason.
It's a mix of people don't like patenting and all of these copyright trademark rules.
Yeah.
They don't like the idea that someone can stop everyone else from doing it because they did it first. And the Fine Brothers doing this has just kind of given them someone to hate, kind of a face to the anger.
Yeah.
And it comes from, it's just, a lot of people are angry and stupid and assholes on the internet, let's be honest.
Right.
And it's just it's a way to take that out on people. And them doing this, kind of, it's easy to take it as a bad move, as to say, oh, they're terrible, unsubscribe, I hate them. It's just, it's so easy to do that, and everyone's going to agree with you, so just do it. I'm not saying to do it.
Sure.
Also, that is infringing Nike's copyright on that slogan, so sorry about that. Just do it.
Right. Yes. Is there a copyright on that slogan? Well,
there's some kind of intellectual protection on that. There's no way they haven't copyrighted patenting. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm very out of touch.
I mean, it won't be a patent because you get them on objects.
Yeah. I guess it will be a copyright.
Well, it'll be a trademark.
No, it'll be a trademark. Yeah, trademark. Yeah, they absolutely have a trademark on that. There's no way they don't.
So how come loads of people's videos haven't been taken down, or are they just... Wait, what was the thing you said?
Just do it.
Just do it, what, like the Shia LaBeouf thing?
No, like Nike's slogan. Nike, just do it.
Oh.
You know, tick.
That's their slogan?
Yeah.
Well, how come Shia LaBeouf has not been... how come he hasn't had a... He works for Nike.
I guess because it's not related content. I mean, it's not like he's selling shoes. He's not like...
Yeah, I know.
Buy my shoes. They're Pike.
No idea.
Just do it.
I was like... What?
Pike shoes.
I didn't even know that was a slogan. I just knew they had a tick.
No, that's the thing. Just do it.
No, I know that now. So, what was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember. Oh, so do you think people could be angry because it might be sort of businessifying YouTube?
Yeah, I think people don't like...
I think it is quite...
People don't like
it happens, I think,
everything, really.
Yeah.
That's my conclusion.
And do you want to know the most interesting thing that I heard from a little article thing called Attorney Reacts to Finebros or something, or I'll put in.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of people like reacting to their video.
Yeah,
it's like, oh yay, that was cool the first time, and then everyone else did it, and it became really overdone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good the first time. So apparently, the way trademarks work is if you have to like get them, and then the public has a month to complain, and then if they don't complain or file a complaint rather, then you get it. It's yours. So I think that's what's happened with the word React. They've gone okay, but then they straight away announced their thing, and now there's a lot of complaints coming their way. I think so they're not going to get it probably. So I think that's what's happening. I'm not entirely sure. That's what this guy seemed to say, this attorney. But I'm not entirely sure how I feel about him, Mr. Attorney.
Is he actually an attorney, or was that just the kind of name he's going with?
No. I mean, I think he said he was actually an attorney. I mean, assuming he's telling the truth. I just killed someone. I blew somebody up.
Oh, I just knocked that guy miles. That's hilarious. He's fucked up.
So if they'd shut up for a month, then they would have been okay, but apparently because they didn't, they now have an issue. In that everyone's going to be filing all these ridiculous complaints. I mean, you know what? I think, how long is it going to take them to get over this? Like, in terms of sort of...
it's going to take them a long time to recover the subscribers they've had. Their reputation and their brand has just been tarnished really badly. They just need to rebuild trust, and that can take... It depends how they go about it, but that can take a long time.
Yeah.
I think it will blow over, and everything does.
Well, eventually. I mean, the winds blow slowly on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think people I can't remember who said this quote. I might have just made it up, but I think somebody said this, is that the internet has a very short attention span but a very long memory. Like
that is quite good. That's quite a good quote. I agree with that.
If someone made that up, I'm gonna fucking copyright trademark that shit straight away. You can use it, mate. Loyal viewers, you can use it.
Loyal viewers,
please exist.
We know one of you exists. Come on, there's got to be one.
There's got to be one. Well, we have 5 subscribers, and I swear three of them are us.
Yeah.
Right, or 2 of them are us. So there's like 2 or 3 people who we don't know. I don't know.
They're all my mum.
They're all your mum. Your mum knows? What?
No, I probably live in the shed if you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take them so long to get over that. I really like their videos, man. I mean, so did everybody.
I used to watch them at like
before.
I remember the first Kids React. That's how old I am.
Wow. I didn't care back then.
Yeah, I stopped caring quite quickly. It was a novel concept, and they did some decent stuff, and they've got good production value. They're talented people. They're a good company. But yeah, I think they should. They need to rebuild the kind of trust between the viewers and them. But I think of the kind of people who are going to be angry about this. It's because it's become such a big thing. I think a lot of the people who see it aren't really that big of fans of them. Hear what's happening and think, oh, I'm going to complain about this. I'm angry. But probably a lot of their loyal subscribers are going to be like, well, it's not really that big a deal, and stay with them.
Right.
So the people who watch regularly their videos, because you get channels which would have millions of subscribers, but their videos don't always get all the views, because a lot of people subscribe and not watch their videos regularly and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
So whether it will affect their income, but whether it will affect their core viewership, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see how it's going to change. I'm going to watch quite closely how long it takes them to get over that bump, and how far the subscribers go down if it starts going up again. Because I mean, they hit a milestone of 14,000 or 40 million, and they've gone back down under it again.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, man. It's like, and I think it's gonna, because it's the internet, it's gonna affect all of their videos, no matter what they make. So it could have a long-lasting effect. It's like Hiroshima, basically.
Maybe that's a bridge too far, mate.
Hiroshima, and it has long-lasting effects like the radiation, and it was a big kaboom, big internet bomb, right? No, I don't know. And right at the end, they tried to make it all better, right? Just like Hiroshima, that happened. Not Hiroshima. I didn't mean Hiroshima. I mean frickin' Chernobyl. That's the one. Idiot. Nobody tried to make it better than Hiroshima. They just dropped it.
Oh, that is a beautiful goal.
That was you.
How did that happen? Oh yeah, winner by forfeit.
Great, we just
no,
lost.
they couldn't deal with the swag, could they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, AI guys like nope. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I also wonder what this is going to look at our pings. Good lord. So I wonder what this is going to mean, and this is an interesting topic, I think, in that you know, these guys are kind of like, they're big wigs in YouTube, right? You know, they're big. They're very big. Like, they're up there.
Yeah.
They're like big, recognizable people like Angry Joe, who I love, KSI, PewDiePie.
And they've got,
used to be, but not really anymore.
The thing is, they're quite a unique brand because a lot of the big YouTubers are kind of, a lot of them are gaming, a lot of them are, like, KSI is quite an explicit channel, PewDiePie is very focused on gaming. They're much more of a wholesome, family-friendly one, where there's definitely some nerdy stuff on there, but there's some stuff for everyone. So you've got a wide audience, a lot of people can watch them. And then that kind of, like, emanates a lot of trust.
But what I'm interested by is how, and this is off topic now, I think we've run that topic's course, but I wonder what's going to happen to the old YouTubers who are big. Like, what happens when PewDiePie goes, okay, I'm done with YouTube, I'm going to stop now.
He retires as a millionaire?
Yeah, billionaire, mate. Like, what happens to his videos? Does he because there's a thing, like, he keeps getting subscribers so quickly. There's got to be a point where there'll just be so many new people joining YouTube that he would never stop because he's so easy to find and so big that he wouldn't even have to upload videos and you still get them just because new people come along and haven't seen them before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I wonder what's going to happen when these big YouTubers. I mean, it's starting to happen. Like Charlie Is So Cool, like, is another example, as well as Toby.
he just disappeared. I don't think he even does stuff anymore.
To fade away.
Probably occasionally does.
He uploads like maybe 3 times a year. And it's always like a vlog about something.
So what does he do? Like, what does he do now, man? Because again, he must
he's probably riding the money wave right now.
Is he?
Maybe I think. Yeah, I don't know, he tries to make movies, so like he's been directing movies that he puts on his channel.
He's got to have an income from somewhere to be able to do that. Unless he did just make a lot of money to start with. So it was a fairly.
I'm pretty sure he's doing a radio show now. I'm pretty sure he's doing a radio show actually.
Yeah.
Which might have something. I have to look that up. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, and then with Toby as well, he's kind of, he sort of fades in and out, he kind of petered off a bit. And KSI, has he done anything for a while? I mean, he kind of faded away and then came back again recently.
Yeah, he's still back at the moment, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, the rule of thumb for me seems to be, if you start to disappear, you just disappear, kind of. Like, if you start to, some people don't get back into it again.
Called Jesse Cole, Jesse Cale.
Yeah, I know, you're telling me about
I remember he was, it was a long time ago, and he hasn't made a video for 4 years, and he came back. He just posted one video, and he's saying, it was actually just a couple of weeks ago, I think, and he basically said, hey, I'm not dead. Like, kind of, stuff's out. Maybe it was 2 years, not 4 years, I'm not entirely sure. But he was a decent sized channel.
Yeah.
Kind of, a couple of thousand, I think, possibly 10,000. I really don't know that much about this, but I think it was really interesting that he just said, I've still been making music, and I'm actually back, and hopefully going to stick this time. I've got some ideas. So it's quite interesting, because he lost a lot of viewership, because people just forget that he exists. Yeah. But there's still people who watch the video, and people who think, oh, hey, it's great to see you back. So I guess it'll always be just some, oh, cool shot, thanks. Oh no, someone's angry. Mate, should we start some beef?
Who cares?
Do you want to start some beef with my mum? Don't like you, but she likes everyone.
Boom.
Longest name ever.
Right there. My mama don't like. That's the Justin Bieber line. It is. It's just got Justin Bieber line as a name.
Mate, watch out for that trademark.
Oh shoot. That'd be copyright. So anyway. Yeah, so I mean, what happens when these big YouTubers start to just go, okay, we're done now?
Like, I mean, the videos will still make money.
It feels like there's...
So they'll still have an income.
Yeah. For a while, but then eventually that'll peter off.
I mean, there'll be more people who come to the top. I mean, look at kind of 5 years ago, you had the top with Smosh and Ray William Johnson. Now the top's PewDiePie.
Right.
I don't know anyone else near the top.
Yeah. But Smosh is still really massive, aren't they?
Smosh still
the thing is it doesn't. I don't seem to see a. Like, everybody who's big now started like 8 years ago, or like 6 years ago. Toby started in
when people who
when
were
he
kind
was
of
in college, and he's
on the up and coming
right?
now are going to be, in a few years' time, probably towards the top, when the top people start to move on to other things and other mediums.
So, but I mean,
this is assuming that YouTube's going to last that long.
Oh, it will, I think.
Because YouTube's a trend,
I think it will.
I think it's a very big trend. But what if something else comes along and replaces it as a kind of media sharing website?
Well, I mean, as a trend, it's still growing, isn't it? Like, there's more and more people joining every day. I mean, there's a stat.
Yeah,
like,
it's still growing, it's doing well, but at some point it's going to die out, right? You just don't know when that is. Because things like YouTube, like social media, have a very kind of sudden downfall a lot of the time. Look at MySpace and Bebo and all that. And they're kind of the classic examples, but they had a big following, and now they've kind of died out, and it's just like, what happened to that? Oh yeah, they all got replaced by something else. Facebook is the exact same service, I mean, just a different way of doing it. And it just completely replaced it. So if YouTube gets replaced, then suddenly, I mean, there'll still be the people probably make channels on that instead, but
I mean, YouTube does have a couple of advantages in that right now it's basically the only video platform that anybody gives a flying shit about. There's like Dailymotion, but who gives a fuck?
So they even still in business? I swear they're not even in business. Like, I don't know how they can be.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, YouTube at the moment is the only kid on the block, rather than, you know, the big kid. I mean, or maybe it's so big that there's no other kids can threaten it, right? And then also it's owned by Google, so in a way it's kind of got its backup buddy as well, in that Google is where everybody finds stuff, so YouTube will get priority of it, you know. So in that sense it's quite safe, but
I'm being owned by Google.
What I'm saying is,
advantage for them
is that I don't know who these second coming people are going to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never.
Like, I'm trying to think of.
You never know.
I mean, like, so are they people that just aren't there yet, or are they people that are?
They're people who are probably either starting or kind of just small that you might not have heard of.
I'll tell you who it is.
But people who you wouldn't expect it to be, because they'll get, like, they'll develop their skills and they'll suddenly get better, and it snowballs.
Yeah, like us. That's gonna be us. Subscribe now, kids. One day we'll be massive. Yeah,
you can be like, I was there when they had like 4 subscribers. Who weren't them?
5. Yeah. Oh right, 5. So I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna upload this today.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
If I can.
What, the whole thing? You gonna edit out any of the silences or just?
Nah, fuck that.
Because I think there's only a couple, like 1 or 2 silences. That's not been too bad. There may be some sounds of me munching cookies in the background. Gotta be honest.
You're munching cookies, when? Oh,
yeah, I've eaten a cookie. Like a decent sized cookie. Crossbar, come on. It's not very nice. They're Mars cookies.
Right.
And they're weird. They're like, have you ever had the Oreo cookies from Tesco? Or Jaffa Cake cookies they're like that. So they have like the weird stuff in the middle. So they're like, they're called Secret Sensor cookies. And they're like, they're normal cookies on the outside.
Weird.
And you get to the middle and it's just liquid caramel. And it's really strange, like super sticky, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's strange. It's strangely wild. How is that so made? Jesus.
Great.
Anyway, no one's gonna see this, so we should talk about relevant things.
Yeah.
Like cookies.
Yeah.
Always relevant.
Like cookies. Yeah. I mean, there's one other thing I guess I wanna. I mean, so this is just something I just want to bring up, even though it's not really a topic. Even it's just something that I think is interesting. So you know the D Crew? I've told you about the D Crew, when. So the D Crew basically, they were like. I guess they were actually pretty big kids in the Battlefield block, on the Battlefield block. They were like...
But that was back when, that was Bad Company days, wasn't it?
That was Bad Company days. They were the big
Bad Company days. That was more of a niche game then, I think, in terms of YouTube. And YouTube was small then.
And I didn't realise this, how big they kind of were, because obviously they were pretty small. Like, they were a few 100,000 maybe. Or maybe not even that, maybe in the tens of thousands. They weren't big.
I was going to say, I wouldn't call 100,000 small.
Gaming wasn't big. Yeah, I know, but if you think about it, like compared to Level Cap, he has like 2 million, or Jack Frags has, I think, 2 million. So comparatively, that's pretty tiny. But the thing is, I didn't realise this, but actually, it wasn't those two, actually, it was a guy called Matimio, a guy called X Factor, who are smaller but still pretty big channels, and they're often in Level Cap or Jack Frags videos because they're friends, all 4 of them are friends. Is that they actually knew these guys, so then I was like, oh, okay, so these guys were like pretty big back then. But now they've just gone. All of them are gone. There's not a single one still doing any like content, I don't think, at all. Like some of them were like, I'm going to take a break, it just never came back. Some of them have just disappeared.
Maybe they are going to come back.
Yeah, so, okay, right, so some of them have said, like, oh yeah, I'm coming back, and then nothing happened. Like, the guy called Stoneface Locke, he was called, I think, who was, I guess, the leader, so to speak, of the D crew. He's had a couple times where he's been like, oh yeah, I'm coming back, and that's it, and then he's disappeared for a few months, and done it again, and then disappeared, and then he hasn't come back at all. I'm still subscribed to them, I think, just because I can't be asked to unsubscribe. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it's interesting YouTubers going away, like, what, you don't think about what happens to them. What's Toby doing now, Toby Turner? What's he doing now? What's he doing right this
second? He's had a couple of channels, and he's had quite a lot of subscribers, regular videos, so I guess he's got a fair amount of money. So I guess he's maybe just taking a break, enjoying his life. Maybe he's moved on to other forms of media. A lot of YouTubers are moving on to other forms of media.
Yeah, I mean, he'd say though, I think. Because he was writing a book last time I looked, I don't think that's come out. Maybe it has. There's me,
that's like, is that just me, or is that a thing? Like, YouTubers writing books?
What?
Is that like a new...
It is a thing. That's why I'm doing it, mate. I've got to sell my books, man.
Did it, so everyone's doing it.
Yeah. That's interesting controversy with Zoella and all that.
Yeah.
All that.
Oh, that was kind of a big deal. I never got that. She was a ghostwriter. Oh no.
It's no, she had a ghostwriter.
Yeah, she had a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
There was like, oh no, what a absolute tragedy.
It just say like, oh, by Zoella, even though it's not.
Oh yeah, but it's largely by her. It's just she had someone to do like
kind of the ghostwriter is like just, I think they just wrote it for them, right? Well, I mean, nobody knows really, but I guess...
Ghostwriters can have varying parts, like amounts of action. Like they can only write like sections, or they can do the whole thing.
A little bit.
I'm not sure how much.
I mean, Zoella doesn't strike me as a mad English writer. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but still, it's her story, it's her publicity, it's her idea, it's her kind of theme of it. Yeah. So, you know, it's still... Ultimately, it's still
there's a big difference between an idea and a book.
The difference between a biography and an autobiography, it's, you know, largely the same thing.
I guess, yeah.
So I don't get why people are so angry about that. Although I'm not a massive Zoella fan, so maybe I would be really disappointed if I was.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a massive Zoella fan either. I can't say those makeup tutorials are particularly piqued my interest.
Oh mate, they're so useful though.
We can be done now. So you know when you're like putting butter on your crackers?
Right. Okay.
Right.
I do this regularly.
Don't you just hate it when you're holding your cracker by the corner and you put your butter on, snap it, and it comes off, and the buttery cracker flies onto something? And
Bane of my fucking life, mate.
I know.
I mean, honestly, I haven't eaten crackers in like probably I want to say at least a year.
So my mad uni life is just me eating crackers with butter on.
Crackers, you can get them real cheap.
You can get them real cheap.
Yeah, you can.
To dry your mouth, you have to have a drink. Boosh!
So what? Okay. Butter. Makes them less dry.
Butter? No, I don't think so. It doesn't do enough. I need a drink afterwards always.
Yeah.
Butter. Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably going to upload this today if I can, or maybe tomorrow. Yeah. This has been an interesting conversation.
It's been very long-winded.
Do you ever think?
Very waffly.
Yeah.
I love waffles though. So
you know Aristotle. Do you think he was a milk bottle?
Do I think he was a what?
A milk bottle?
Bearing in mind, Aristotle was a name that I recognise.
Right. He's a philosopher. Sorry guys, I'm a massive nerd. I don't think I've said this yet, but I do classics at
You are a massive nerd.
And I'm a massive nerd. And I've always called Aristotle the milk bottle. He's just a milky man, isn't he? He's very lactatey, you know.
Oh, I saw a really disturbing documentary. Like, well, not really full documentary, like video this like vegan lady made.
This video's going on forever.
She made it about why we shouldn't drink milk from cows, and like if you actually do research into that, you can find out that most of what she said is pretty accurate, and it's kind of like it's pretty grim.
I love milk. What's the problem with the milk, Wim? Who's taking all that milk?
Okay, do you know how long a milk cow is supposed to live naturally? How long the average milk cow will live in the wild?
No. So they just live for like 60,000 years?
About 25, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. How long does a milk cow live who's in regular milking?
Okay, so this could be the two things. It could be either very short, because once they stop being able to produce them, they just kill them, or very long, so they can milk them forever. Is it very long?
No.
It's very short. How long is it then?
4 to 5 years.
So is that how long they naturally live, or do they kill them?
Naturally, 25.
Like when you say average age?
Well, they do end up killing them. It's when...
Right, yeah, sure.
For a milk cow to produce milk, they have to be pregnant, right? Well, have just given birth.
Yeah.
And then they start out really young, like under a year old in some cases.
Yeah.
And it's a bit weird the way they get it from the bull. They just like shove their hand up the bull's ass, and kind of stimulate things, and then yeah,
they masturbable.
You actually like hand up for that and then do that most of the time with machines.
You know what? I'm going to drink more milk because of this. I love milk now.
So the milk cow gets impregnated and gives birth, and then the baby's taken away from it. Because you don't need that thing drinking your milk, because humans are going to drink it, right? It's not. Cow milk was not for cows. Jeez, what will give you that idea? So that's taken away, and if it's a girl, it's raised for milk. If it's a guy, it's killed and eaten.
See, I have a problem. Okay, so food politics is a major weird issue for me, and it's something that I don't really. I can't claim to be like, oh, I'm a major. I'm not a vegan, all right. I'm a freaking carnivore, but I refuse to eat baby things like veal or lamb because I feel bad for the little babies. They should have their lives.
Until they're about 5, and then we'll call them and eat them.
Yeah, I mean that's a bit sad. I mean, I don't think I'd mind if I had to eat like old man cow.
Yeah, but an old cow's not good. It's like all tough and like
That's what I mean. I don't think I'd mind because the cow would be happy because it died when it was old. That's what you want in your cow, really, isn't it? No, you just want grass.
But yeah, back to the milk thing.
Cows love grass.
Yeah, milk cows are just basically forced into that. Like, oh, you stopped producing milk because you gave birth a while ago. Okay, you're time to give birth again. So for about 4 or 5 years of that, and then they kind of just can't. They like start like collapsing. They're weakened just because they've given birth so many times. It's obviously an intensive process.
You're bringing me down, man.
And
I'm gonna get my calcium without the milk.
They don't have any time to recover, really.
Yeah.
And then they kind of can't do it anymore, and then they're killed for mince and like dog food and things like that, just like low quality food.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I'm glad that we just end on a high note. And this is really depressing.
In milk, there's like a certain amount of stuff. I can't remember the word for it. No.
Semen. Is that it?
No,
Semen?
no, that's not it. No, that's not what I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Fuck.
I think it's a form of blood cell.
Right.
Which aren't. It's basically pus, more or less.
Like lymph and stuff.
It's like the stuff you get out of spots apparently, which is nice. And there's a legal limit of how much you can have. In Europe, in the EU, it's pretty low, kind of a couple of 100,000 per milliliter or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
In the USA, it's like double what it is in Europe, and in Brazil, it's like a few million. And it's like, bruh, that's kind of grim. It's pretty gross.
Okay, what actually is it? Is it actually bad for you, or is
I think it's harmful for you. It's just
it must be.
You.
Oh, okay.
I think in large amounts it's probably not good for you, but I don't think it's going to do
major
damage.
Nothing's good for you in large amounts, like water.
Drowning it, yeah.
For example, would be. Yeah. Shall we end on a high note? Let's think of something good to say at the end of our video. That's fun. What the fuck's Chris?
Another day, no contact with Chris.
Yeah, another Chrisless day. I don't know. What's a good?
Can we tell about the toothpaste story?
Oh yeah, go on. You tell the toothpaste story. Go on then.
So I was out with Chris having a drink the other night.
Yeah.
And he goes home with his girlfriend, and I walk home. And I get home and I look at my Snapchat because I've got a Snapchat from his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's a picture of Chris cleaning his teeth at her apartment. So nothing weird. Apart from you look closely and there's a massive splodge of toothpaste on his forehead.
Right.
On his forehead? How do you get toothpaste from your mouth to your forehead? How does that happen? How does...
Living Chris.
That kid amazes me. How can he...
I love
How does he function as a human?
I don't know.
He must fall over so often. Just because he's just can't function as a person. Like the amount of doors he walks into. The amount of doors he walks into. Car wing mirrors. Do you remember when he walked into that car wing mirror and broke it?
When he stepped on that Oreo and killed it?
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to pick up this Oreo from the floor. And he stood on it and he was like, oh, I was going to eat that.
Damn it. He dropped an Oreo, went to pick it up and stood on it. Fucking prick.
He's got no hand-eye foot coordination.
And yeah, he's a footballer.
Yeah, how does that work?
How the fuck does that work? I don't even know. What a strange little...
Let's not even talk about his organisation skills of when to turn up. How many times did he miss his theory test?
Yeah, he missed his driving theory test 1,600 times. And also, how does he turn up to things? How does he, so he must turn up to all of his girlfriends, I'll bleep that, his girlfriends, we said her name so much, all of his girlfriend's stuff, right? He turns up to all of that, but he can't turn up to a single fucking thing of ours. So does he actually just pay attention to her and just not get my messages? Or does he just not turn up and she just has a very...
I asked him about this the other night, and he was like... She basically just said, yeah, I mean, you're pretty bad at that. And I keep reminding you to reply to messages you've got, and you keep forgetting. It's like from other people, if she's with him, she'll say, you should reply to that, and he'll be like, yeah, I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah.
He's doing something, and it's just like...
He's such a...
Oh, I forgot. How does that happen?
I don't even know.
I do that sometimes, so I always remember, like...
Yeah.
There's like a 24-hour period where I'll probably reply to you within 24 hours.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty good at replying most of the time.
Oh, you just spend your life on Facebook, mate. You're on social, you're glued to your phone, socially attached.
Yeah, I know. So what I'm going to do, just to finish off this video, is I'm going to give you a little picture I took in the National Gallery today.
Oh no, not this again.
A couple pictures actually. Just a couple. I'll put 3. I'll put the first 3. The guy with the straw. What the fuck is he doing? That guy. Okay. Image is now on screen. Bam! What is he doing? Like in that picture.
Oh god, what is that? It's hideous. I'm actually looking at a picture of Joe right now. That's what's hideous. But
Oh.
Yeah. What? I have to be mean to you. It's like my job. It's what I'm known for.
Alright, we're gonna stop now.
Known by that one commenter we have who doesn't exist. Well, they all commenters who are in Joe's imagination, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, we're gonna go now. We're done. We're out. Fine bros.
This is the
I hope you get better. I hope you get
best outro
you recover from your cancer or whatever.
About 10 minutes running.
Your
3 rants ago
from your comment disease that you have. You know, I hope you get better. Get well soon, Fine Bros. We want to see more of your React content.
I don't actually watch it, but yeah.
I do. Well, Joe does.
Yeah, but no one gives a crap about you, Joe.
Stop stealing our Reacts, Fine Bros.